Like every other job industry, working in the UK comes with its own pros, comes with its own cons as well. And of course, just like most of us who want to work in the UK, or we're already working in the UK. Now, if you make a survey, you realize that a lot of people have faced some form of discrimination, bullying, harassment, racism at work. This is worse even in the healthcare industry. And when I mean healthcare assistants, support workers, nurses. Now, if you come across anyone who works in this sector, in one way or the other, they must have experienced, or they know someone who have experienced some form of this harassment, bullying, discrimination at the workplace. How do you protect yourself? Hello guys, my name is Jane Sampson and this is my channel, Jane's Hub. On this channel, I talk about everything that has to do with relocation to the UK, living in the UK, and life abroad generally. Today, I'll be sharing something that I found out recently that is really, really dear to my heart, and I thought to share. Guys, first and foremost, if you have not subscribed to this channel and you're watching, what are you waiting for? Go ahead and subscribe. There's so much we share on this channel. And also, please, 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 if you know anyone that is working in the UK, if you're working in the UK, take this information very, very seriously. It might change your life. It might change the life of someone else. All right, so very recently, there was another, we've had different stories, different sad stories of people who have been harassed at work, who have been bullied, who are facing discrimination, who have been ganged up against. You know, if you're working in the healthcare industry, you know what I'm talking about, all right? We've had different cases, especially for immigrants. Especially for immigrants, yes, there are cases where we face different things at work and it looks as if you cannot get support from anywhere. Well, help is here now. Alright guys, so if you're working in any of this industry, in whatever industry at all, I am very particular about the healthcare industry because these issues tend to be more predominant in the healthcare sector. That is why if you're watching this as someone who is working in the healthcare or who wants to come and work in the healthcare, do yourself a good service. At the end of this video, go ahead and do what I asked you to do. It might save your career, it might save your time here in this country. You know, it might just save or even save someone else's career. So like I mentioned earlier, there have been so many cases of people being discriminated at work, people being bullied, people being ganged up against, people just come together, tell lies. Like I said earlier, if you work in the healthcare industry, it is very, very predominant, where some colleagues can just come together and tell a lie against you. And you know what it is if you have a safeguarding issue in this country. Now, safeguarding is where, you know, there's an issue against a client where maybe whereby you've been alleged or you've been accused of doing something, abuse a client. It is taken very, very seriously. Now, if you are found wanting, most times it might affect your DBS. Your DBS is what protects you, is what, you know, what shows that you can work legally in the healthcare sector. And if anything affects your DBS, you might be struck off, you might be taken off to work with the healthcare sector. If you're a nurse, your PIN might be taken off. Nurses knows what I'm talking about. But to protect yourself against things like this, which are bound to happen, yes, these things are about to happen. They happen every other day at the workplaces, in the hospital, among your colleagues, where people can just harass you, people can just discriminate against you, where colleagues can just come together, tell lies, white lies, and even everybody will see their glaring lies. But because it's your word against theirs, you know, at the end of it, it looks as if the law favors them. But you have to look for ways to protect yourself. How do you protect yourself, you might ask? One of the major way you can protect yourself is by joining union. I didn't know about this until very recently. And since I found out, I've been telling everybody who wants to listen, I've been telling my colleagues, go and join a union. Guys, the union, nobody has paid me, nobody has said anything to me. I am doing this just to protect someone's career. Because I've seen people being discriminated against, I've seen people being lied upon, I've seen people getting themselves into hot water and they don't know what to do. You know, paying for a lawyer in this country is not a joke. But if you join unions, these unions are there to protect you when issues arise at work. And when I mean issue, I mean whatever kind of issue. You can rely upon them to, you know, to have your back when there is any work-related issue, even family-related issues sometimes. Now, I'm going to share on the screen the one that I recently joined. It's one of the biggest unions in the UK. It's called Unison. I'm going to share it here on the screen and I'll leave the link in the description. Guys, it is not free. Good things don't come easy. It is not free. Go ahead, you make a monthly payment. I pay about £11 or thereabout every month, and I will encourage everybody. It might save your career. It might save you from so many dumb shit. So go ahead and register with this with this union, go ahead. Just before you even register, go ahead and look at the site. I'm going to share the link, and I can give you legal services when an issue arise as long as you're a paying member, as long as you pay your dues every other month. And what is £11 compared to where nobody's praying for any emergencies, nobody's praying for any issues to arise, but you need to prepare for the raining day. I know what I'm talking about. And those working in the healthcare sector, even in any sector at all, they know that what I'm saying is absolutely true. So if you're working in the UK, you don't belong to a union, you're doing yourself a disservice. My best advice is share this video. Let everyone who is working know, so that when you face any issues at work, you know that there are some people you can fall back to that can advise you on the best way, on your best foot forward. They can be there for you if you need to get lawyers, if you need to seek legal services. They can be there for you if maybe you leave your job and you need some form of compensation or something. These unions are there for you as long as you're a paying and an active members. Guys, there have been so many sad tales of people, especially immigrants, who have been discriminated against, and it is sad that nobody can stand up for them. But you can stand up for yourself by registering with this union. I am currently registered with Unison. I've not been paid to do this. I am doing this out of my own free will to save, because guys, we need to have our back, all right? So go ahead. Like I said, it's about 11 or 12 pounds every month, which is almost like how much compared to, you know, when you get into trouble, you're sure that they can have your back. It's not just for legal services. They also provide financial assistance. I've seen that they provide grants for, you know, different grants for different people at different times if you're in need. They also provide some form of work compensation. They provide discount voucher here and there. They also provide trainings. Can you beat that? They provide training in different sectors. So say, for example, you want to take some training, just want to up yourself. They are free training. There's so much more you can get from this union, but you need to be a member for you to, you know, enjoy the benefit. So guys, go ahead, please share this video. Tell anybody who works in the UK. This union, the one I'm registered with, currently have over 1.4 million people on their platform. What are you waiting for? Why are you waiting to get into trouble before you protect yourself? You're a nurse, you're a support worker, you're a healthcare assistant. You need this union to, like yesterday. Subscribe. What are you waiting for? Go ahead and subscribe, and let's grow this community, and let's keep sharing the vibes. Let's keep sharing the information about relocating abroad, living our best life abroad, and of course, making our dreams come true.